Welcome back to Better You, Better World, where we know that God took his time to create us. My name is Basie. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for continuing this journey with me. Have you ever felt like life has completely fell apart? Like nothing, everything you have built just collapsed. Relationships, dreams, confidence, just gone. But what if I tell you that God specializes in rebuilding broken things? Not just restoring, but rebuilding you stronger than you've ever been before. Today, we're going to be talking about rebuilding, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Because some of you aren't just starting over, you're being rebuilt. God allows things to be broken before rebuilding them. Before God rebuilds something, there has to be a breaking. And when God does breaking, it's not breaking to harm you, it's breaking so he can prepare you for what the greatness that he has for you. So it's not to harm you, but it's to build you up. And in the story of Nehemiah and rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, in Nehemiah, the walls of Jerusalem where it was destroyed, not damaged, it was destroyed. But the destruction created space for divine rebuilding. Sometimes things fall apart, but it's just an opportunity for rebuilding if you allow the Lord to do the rebuilding and not you trying to figure it all out by yourself. And sometimes what fell apart in your life is not was never meant to stay that way. It was never meant, if it falls apart, it's not meant to stay that way. If you allow God would tear it down. God would tear down what's unstable so he can rebuild what's unshakable. You cannot rebuild what you won't confront. Nehemiah didn't just ignore the broken walls, he inspected them. You have to face your pain, you have to face the loss, you have to face the disappointment. And I have a story when I had to go through a divorce and all this stuff. I had to sit down. Sometimes you have to sit in that thing. You got to feel the feeling. You have to let it feel everything. Feel the pain. Feel the disappointment. I was disappointed. I was like, girl, you would even know better. You shouldn't even have been in that situation in the first place. And I was mad at myself. And after a while, I had to be like, okay, Lord, I surrender. I'm gonna let you work it out and let you do the healing work. And because starting over in life is not an easy thing. However, when you fall, when something is broken, relationship, dreams, whatever it is, you can't just sit there and be in a fetal position and think that life is over. Listen here, when I say God took his time with everything. We are too good. I need to make a t-shirt that says, too cute to be stressed. Too good to be stressed. We are people that God took his time with. And we're not about to sit here and just let life just take over and then we just don't want to recover and sit there and be like, woe is me. Listen here. And there is no woe is me. You got to get up, put that head up high, and allow the Lord to help you to keep on stepping. Because you can't just let situation, life just take you down like that and you stay there. No, you're not meant to be that way. It wasn't meant to be that way. Let the Lord rebuild you and trust and believe you're going to be better than where you were. With whatever situation I have gone through in my life, it has made me wiser. It has given me more knowledge. And now I know better than before. So you can't just stay down there. Let the Lord rebuild you, but you have to feel what you need to feel and get it out of your system and let the Lord rebuild you. Healing starts with honesty. You cannot be in denial and feel like, oh, okay, or just keep going and don't really deal with the issues, because whatever you don't deal with, it's still there and it will come back up again. It will come back up again it will keep coming back up until you deal with it. You don't want to be an old man or old woman and still having to be dealing with things from way back when. Deal with whatever the situation is so you can be free to be great and be better, so you can impact your environment in a better way. Right? That's why we're here. So feel it and let the Lord help you go through it. And some people they want restoration without the reflection. You have to reflect, do some introspection. Like, okay, this situation happened. I chose wrongly. What do I need to do next time? What are some of the, like, I don't even say red flag. What are some of the red blanket that I ignore? Because there's always some kind of blanket in whatever the situation is, whether it's with business, with relationship, with whatever it is. There's some red blankets that we ignore, not just flag. It'd be so big, but we still think like, oh, we can work through that. Oh, we'll be able to work through that. No. When you see that red blanket, leave it where it's at. Don't put it on you and wrap yourself in it. You need to let that red blanket go. Okay? So yeah, so you have to do that reflection and think about stuff. Like, okay, Lord, what are some of the things that I missed? What I need to do better next time? Reflection, thinking about those things. Okay? And then when you do that reflection, but God says, acknowledge it so I can heal it. Have to acknowledge it and give it to Him so He can heal it. If it's a broken heart, acknowledge it, give it to the Lord so He can heal it. Feel business, be like, Lord, I acknowledge I did some stuff, whatever it is. Acknowledge it so God can be able to heal it. Rebuilding takes strategy and faith. Nehemiah just didn't just pray. He made plans. You can't just be praying with no plan. You need plans. Faith without works is dead. If you're just praying, for example, oh, I'm looking for a job. I'm just gonna pray, but I'm not filling out application. I'm not putting anything out there to seem like I'm looking for what I'm looking for. It's not gonna happen. You gotta have a plan. Some of you are praying, but you're not moving. You need to be moving when you're praying. Rebuilding requires vision. It requires discipline. It requires obedience, because when you give it to God, you gotta have some discipline. If He tells you what to do and you don't do it, you're not gonna get to where you need to go. So you need to have that vision. You need to have that discipline and that obedience. Because faith is not just passive. Faith is partner with action. You got to have some action to that faith instead of just sitting there just praying. Just praying. You need to have some actions, okay? God restores what was lost. And one of the scriptures is Joel 2:25. I will restore the years. God will restore the years that the lookers and the conquerors have stolen. He will restore years. Something that took years, He can make it happen in a second. So if you think that you are behind and everybody else is ahead, listen. 10,000 years to us is like one day to God. And one day to God is like 10,000 years to us. So God can make things happen this fast, just like that. He can restore the years. Not just things, but years. And we want years to be restored. And time you thought that was wasted, years that you thought that was wasted, opportunity you thought that you missed. God can accelerate what was delayed. He can accelerate what was delayed. He can make it just like that. And you just cut up. So we're never too behind. We're never too late. We're just right where we need to be, where God wants us to be, and as He's rebuilding us. And yeah, you're not behind. You are being rebuilt. You're not behind. And notice in Isaiah 61:4, it says, they will they will rebuild the ancient ruin. Notice that it doesn't say the same people. It said they will rebuild. That means you won't be the same person after the season, after the rebuilding. You will not be the same person. The person that went into that pain, that trouble, that situation, when you come out, you're not gonna be the same person. You will be wiser. Hopefully you'll be wiser. You'll be better than when you went into it. If you allow the Lord to do the work in you and not doing the work at all and staying stuck, you will be better than what you went through. You will be stronger. You will be wiser. You will have more confidence in God. You will be more aligned with the purpose that God has for you, because now you're focusing on Him. You allow Him to rebuild you. Now you'll be seeking God for everything. Be like, Lord, for me now, I'm like, okay, when it comes to relationships, I say, God, it is you and me. If I don't get a confirmation from the Lord, I don't care how you look like, what you make, whatever it is. I do not care. I need the Lord to lead me this time, because I ain't got time for the foolishness. Okay. So now it's me and God, because he's rebuilding me, and now it's Him and I on this journey until He give me that confirmation for the right person. So now I am wiser, y'all. Wiser than what I was before, because I'm allowing the Lord to rebuild me. So you need to allow the Lord to rebuild you, whatever the situation is. Because I know life can be lifing out here in these streets. It would throw everything at you, and the kitchen sink and the forks and dishes and everything. But you got to be able to duck. Yeah, some of them might hit you, but you can dust it off, wipe it off, let the Lord do the work in you. So I just wanted to come on here to talk to us today about rebuilding and not being stuck in our pain, not being stuck in whatever hurt that happened, loss, physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever it is. Not to be stuck, and let the Lord rebuild you, because He created you. He took His time to make you and me. So you got to let Him do the work. We got to let Him do the work, let Him do the rebuilding, so we can be better. So we can impact our world in a better way. Better you, better world. Just wanted to come on here to encourage you. If this word encouraged you today, this is not your ending. This is your rebuilding season. What broke you does not define you. Whatever that situation is doesn't define who you are. God defines who you are. God built you, and He will sustain you. He took His time to create you. You are His son and His daughter, and He can mend any broken situation if you allow Him to do so. God is rebuilding your life piece by piece, layer by layer, if you allow Him to do it. So if this message spoke to you, I would like for you to comment below. Say, I am rebuilding. I'm rebuilding. I am rebuilding. And share this with someone who needs encouragement today, who feel like things are hard and they can't see no way out. Let them just let the Lord do the rebuilding. And comment, like, share, and encourage people. Encourage each other. Encourage your loved one. Yeah, share this with them so they can get some encouragement about allowing the Lord to rebuild them. I'm going through my rebuilding season, and it is wonderful to just go through the process because I know God got me, and I'm letting Him to do the work. I look fabulous doing it. I do not look like what I've been through. This is my real face. This is the time that the Lord took, and He took this time to create you as well. So I need you to have that confidence. Don't let situation keep you down.